Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, the only thing for golf is that we got...
That's fun stuff coming up there.
Yeah, we got the Players' Championship this week. It's going to be
good.
the unofficial 5th major. It's at TBC Sawgrass, one with the island green.
Yep.
Iconic.
Let's
beautiful,
go.
Beautiful course.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll try to post some stuff. How long is that? Like a weekend or?
Yeah.
Is it a
So
week?
they're all Thursday through Sunday. So it's this. So in 2 days, Thursday is going to be
the tournament.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll try to post some stuff about that as I can on there because I'm excited to get back into some golf season.
Yep.
Because then I can kind of keep an eye and try to learn a bit.
Yep.
Try to learn a thing or two, especially since we've talked a lot about some of the different tournaments and things coming up.
Open your eyes.
Yeah,
My
right.
pupils will be this big. I'll be like an out of body experience next
Yep.
time we do this the next podcast and we talk about it. I'll be like,
Yep.
guys, I've seen Valhalla.
The problem with golf is it all depends on where they're playing and like who's in there.
See-
Now I'm a John Daly fan. He's my
Yeah.
favorite player ever, and Daly Jr.'s up.
Yep.
His debut
Yeah,
over in Puerto
so he's
Rico
technically
Open, right?
still an amateur because technically he is.
Is he still?
Yeah, because he's technically at was it Arizona? I
This is
believe?
the problem. Okay, I love golf. We got to say amateur. Okay, golf people. It's not amateur.
Yeah.
All right? We're not fancy.
Amateur.
All the amateur players. I'm an amateur.
That's
I
amazing.
don't think I've ever heard
Amateur.
that.
Have you really?
No.
Dude, I'll send you some videos because
All right.
I've definitely
Amateur.
seen it.
I'm an
like,
amateur.
stop.
All right.
So are you tournament or tournament?
Tournament.
Tournament
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Just
one of those
tourney.
like
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's
You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
So
my
you better.
ears. Yeah. I just want to admit right here on camera, I agree with James. It's one of those like it's just certain things you hear and you're like,
No.
don't say tournament to
Yeah.
me.
So he is an amateur. Still,
He is
though.
technically an amateur, yeah.
But he's playing at Puerto Rico Open. How did that work?
Sponsor invites
Okay.
usually, where they say, "Hey, we'd love to get you out here."
He
It's
did pretty good,
PR."
though, from what I
yeah.
understand.
Unfortunately, you can't get any of the money for it, but it was the Puerto Rico Open.
He can't get money playing sponsor.
can't-
I wouldn't even go.
You get
What's-
clout
what's
at
the
that
point?
point. You get
Just
clout.
clout?
It's you know.
He's there for the love of the
because
game.
it's especially if you're planning on going pro, you get more sponsors that way.
Okay,
Apparently,
that makes
especially with NIL stuff. Nowadays, before it was just you go specifically just to get your name out there. Now
Yeah.
it's because you get NIL money. Just doing that, saying, "Hey, I'm worth X amount at a professional tournament. Sponsor me." Now he can get buku dollars at that point.
So with golf, if he's amateur,
Yeah.
So what does he have to do to not be amateur?
So he's not-
to be able to be in these tournaments.
You just have to proclaim it.
Since he's
like, that's-
on collegiate, he has to finish college, or
drop
leave,
out. Yeah,
leave
either
college.
you cannot. Yeah, so you like everything else, you forfeit your eligibility if you choose to go pro.
Okay.
But unlike every other team sport, you can just say, "All right, I'm going pro and I'm qualifying for that tournament."
Well, that's what I was wondering because there's not like a draft class.
Yeah,
It's just kind of
so-
like, okay, I'm now I'm
so
now pro.
for golf, there's a couple different ways. You can either do the grind method where you go to what they call Q school, qualifying school, and then you win that qualifying, and then you go to like mini tours, which is like the minor league type of stuff, and you work your way up there. And it's all based on your performance there, how much money you make, how well you do in the tournaments. Or if, for example, you have a good enough name, you've made a name for yourself in college or whatever, you can get sponsor invites where Callaway says, "Hey, I like the way you're playing. Or I'd like to, we have
Let's get you out there."
we have a sponsorship at this tournament. We'd like to
Okay.
get you out there. You do well, you usually get more invites that way.
Okay.
And so that's one way, or another way is qualifying. So some tournaments have the Monday before, just qualifying tournaments that are open to the public.
Oh, wow.
And also to other professionals as well.
You should just do one of those just for fun.
A lot of people
Like,
do.
just do it just to
so,
say you did it.
A little controversy for some people for their fantasy football punishments will say you have to do a Monday qualifier and you can suck it up in front of God and everybody at that
That would be
point.
fine with me. Dude, no offense to those people. There ain't nobody watching.
No, well the problem is everybody else who's actually like a
The real
professional-
golfers?
a guy who's
Yeah,
actually
they
the
don't
problem
have
is
to
you're
You got to be in the cart with them.
you're paired with a hack who's shooting 150 and you're actually trying to like shoot 70, 60.
It would throw you off your
like
rhythm.
you're sitting there
You're with somebody who's bad.
yeah.
Well, because think about it. You like on a drive, they're gonna drive 300 yards.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
But the hack goes
on your best day.
150.
I was gonna say on
the
your
right.
best day, what, you
He's
driving
spending
300?
Yeah.
You specifically.
Yeah, anywhere between like 280, 300 on a good day. Yeah.
But how many fairways are you gonna hit compared to the pro?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You're
Like-
gonna be off in like Timbuktu.
Yeah.
And the pro's gonna be sitting in the cart waiting for you to find your ball.
Right.
That's hilarious.
And you do that every single hole.
Yeah.
Every single shot, you're duffing it, you're tipping it, you can't make a putt to save your life.
And the pro would
kinda wanna
definitely,
do it.
you know, you'd swing,
Yeah.
and it'd be like, that was a good hit. I can't wait to it again.
Sitting
Wait
there.
for this fool.
Yeah, you gotta
exactly.
wait for
Like
it.
if I'm there, dude, I'm not driving 300.
Right.
I'm barely driving 200
Right.
sometimes. Depends how I hit the ball. I might do a 50-yard slice to the right side of wherever.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that is the one downside where anybody can go and do that. But that's your way of qualifying for the tournaments. Like you win or you get top 2 or 3 people, they can actually play that Thursday
Now that
in
being
the
said,
tournament. So it's a cool way of being able to say, I can go in there immediately.
and that being said, it's not just the bad people who suck. There have been some good players that have sucked on the course.
Absolutely.
Speaking of John Daly, he went plus 15 on one hole.
Yeah.
What?
Now, that was out of straight ego.
Yeah.
Because he hits the first one. You're supposed to drive the water, so he hits it in the water.
Instead of dropping closer and actually hitting over.
I will drive from here. He hit 7 in a row.
Yeah.
And just
no.
doom, doom, doom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look,
But-
if they give out free T-shirts, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because then I'll forfeit.
Yeah.
I'll get there, get my shirt, and forfeit. But I don't even hit
I
them.
mean, I'd try. Why not?
Get your goodie bag.
Now, that being said, John Daly finished tied 37th.
There
So
we go.
not great. He did go down in rank, which isn't fantastic for him.
John Daly Jr.?
Yeah, John Daly Jr.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Daly's retired.
He's doing Champions League.
Is he
but
still on Champions?
Yeah. Yeah. If I remember right.
I'm surprised he's still going.
Right. Hey.
How old is he now?
It doesn't matter how old he is because that body's been through it.
That's true. His
Yeah.
back probably in horrible condition.
Well, dude, he was always the overweight guy.
That's right.
He would show up, no shoes, drinking like whiskey and a cigar. Like he was not your average guy.
He's 59.
Oh.
That 59 is like 110.
He's got a lot of miles on that 59. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? A top 40 finish, not bad.
I see
for
top
old
40
junior.
for an amateur. Yeah. That's
Now that being
great.
said, I don't know if Luke Clandon did he go pro?
Yes.
Did he? Okay, because he was Korn Ferry's #1 player last year.
Yeah, technically you are pro at that point.
Are you pro in Korn
Well,
Ferry?
you're not PGA pro at that point. So
Yeah. I think he was Korn Ferry's #1 ranked player last year, but he finished tied 5th. So
yeah, he's professional then. Yeah.
is he pro now?
Yeah, he's 192nd in the PGA World Ranking.
Hey, if you're going tied 5th at an Open,
Yeah, that's
you're
impressive.
doing just fine.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yep. But yeah, so that's a few different ways that you can actually gain, since it's all an individual thing, you're not worried on a team drafting you or how they're doing. It's literally however you're doing, good luck at that point.
Yep.
And you can get, invitations. Like, so for example, there was a PGA teaching pro a few years back, Michael Block, where technically if you're a teaching professional through the PGA, you are an official member of the PGA, but you're obviously not like ranked by anything. You have access to specific qualifiers that they give. So he had managed to win one of those qualifiers, went into, I forget which tournament it was, but I think it was the US Open, I think actually. And ends up like being like top 10 or something like that. Something outrageous for just a teaching professional.
Can he win? Can
He
he get money?
yeah, oh yeah. He's a professional. He got a bunch of money. He also got a bunch of notoriety. So for doing that well, he got invited the next week to go. I think it was over here to the Colonial actually.
Really?
Yeah, and then went from the Colonial to the one over here in Dallas, the Houston.
I bet his private lessons filled up.
Oh, for sure.
In a second.
Yeah, but so he got
You're like, oh, I teach lessons.
yeah.
And you're
So
like,
because he did so
top
well, he then immediately got invited by the next tournament. Because that's the thing, they have X amount of specific invitations. Hey, we have a spot open for you if you'd like to come.
And if you're golfing well as a pro and you have a little bit of media, they're going to invite you. Like that guy, he's getting media attention and he's
Exactly.
good enough to play golf.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yep.
Dang.
You're coming.
Yeah. So that's.
And he probably got a ton of sponsorships.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I bet he got all kinds of free cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Better.
Now, I will say golf is still weird because they still win odd prizes. It's not just money all the time.
Yes. Sometimes it's money and you know.
I was watching one. It was like, you get money and this fiat. And I'm like,
Well, because it's whoever's sponsoring it. That's the thing. It's like if you're winning the
European car.
Bro, I only
because,
play
like-
like sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you win $10 and this Taco Bell gift card.
Hey,
Like,
but it's like.
I mean, I would take the car. I'm not saying I
because
wouldn't.
it's like because I know Buick does stuff like so you can win a Buick.
It's just
for
odd.
it.
You don't see that very
Rolex,
often anymore.
you know?
Golf is one of the few. It's never like the NBA champions. They also get. And
Well,
golf.
because that's also the unique thing. It's like you're not playing at somebody's stadium.
That's
It's,
true.
Hey, it's a random course, and Rolex is putting up the money for all of this, or Bank of America.
I
is
love the
putting
idea.
Up the money
Pull up
for
Staples
this.
Center. What do you get? Office chairs.
you get this pallet of paper.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
But yeah, so they're putting up all the a
they
good
put up
chunk
a
of the
ton of
money
money.
for it, so they can do whatever the hell.
I
they
think
want.
right now,
Can you imagine Rolex?
I think-
sponsors them? Like,
I read Puerto Rico Open is by FedEx, so I don't think they're
Yeah.
getting a whole lot of anything but money. But
Yeah.
it's crazy to me the payouts, dude. Top
Yeah.
10, you're still making good money.
Oh yeah, and especially recently, in the last 5-10 years, they've really boosted the money. Like 10 years ago, it used to be all right.
Well, you had to with Liv.
Well,
Liv
yeah,
was buying
that's
everybody
exactly
out.
it. So like 10 years ago, I was like, all right, grand prize was $1 million at most for top prize. Now it's top prize is $2 to $3 mil. Second place is like $1 million. Third place
Not
is like
even that,
750.
That Open, which I would argue the Puerto Rico Open, not a huge Open.
Not a huge Open. No.
There was nobody on that list that was like, oh, that's like a household name of golf. Yeah. Top prize, like $1 million.
What?
And that dude, like, I don't even know who he is. No offense. Now, not that I watch a ton of golf.
No, but a bunch of dudes that don't have huge namesake win $1 million for a chance.
Yeah,
like, I'd be there.
Let's see here. So for
honestly, all the way down to like
It's impressive.
15th place,
right, here you
you're
go.
making a year's worth of salary for most normal people.
So here's your breakdown for the players for like an actual like big one. First place, $4.5 mil. Dude. Second place, 2.75 or 25 mil. Third place, 1.725 mil. Fourth place, you have to go down to sixth place
Before
to
you
get
break a
out
mil.
of to get out of $1 million. And that's still $900,000.
Where do you break at 500?
500 is 13th place is 531, 14th is 480.
Because I'm telling you right
How many
now,
players?
dude.
So
Oh, you get like, there's a lot of players that go.
Okay,
to
I
an
was
Open.
like,
I mean, like an
So-
Open is open.
yeah.
Any,
So just
a lot of people can go.
So
That makes
usually,
sense.
yeah. So usually the whole.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I never thought it's like
so
the
let's,
Open. And
That's
like,
usually
no,
about
any-
150. It's give or take 150 players
Okay,
on
so it's
any
not
given.
like there's 20 players and the
Yeah,
top
so on-
18 get
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on
No.
Thursday, about 150 players, 125 to 150 players will play.
Okay.
On after the round Friday, going into Saturday, they do what's a cut. They cut the field in half,
Yep.
essentially. So, but then if you make the weekend, if you make that cut, you're guaranteed at least some kind of money.
Hell
So,
yeah, dude.
for example,
That's a good bet for if you, like, if
the
you just
players,
good enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
players will do top 90 players, including
Oh.
including ties. So if you make the weekend and then you suck, and you get dead last, so you can let's just say you know your cut line is you make 1 over par. You're barely hanging on by a thread. The leader's at like 20 under par. It doesn't matter what they're doing, and you go 85, 102, and you're dead last. You're still walking away with 41 grand.
Which is
That's-
crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
you can do dead last, and as long as you make it to Saturday,
I wanna be that guy.
you get 40
Yeah.
grand. Right.
Yeah, like any goal, I'm like, that's my goal is to be that.
That
good.
Yeah.
that was the thing, and I know YouTube golf, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What's the brothers? The Bryant
Bryant
brothers.
Bros,
What's
yeah.
the one that played?
Wes.
Who's now banned?
Yeah.
Wesley Bryant. Everybody kind of like gets on him for not being good enough to stay with his
Mm-hmm.
PGA card, blah blah blah. Dude, he was like a top 10 player in the Open
Mm-hmm.
at one point in his career.
But
And
he was
I-
consistent top 100,
He was
you know?
consistently making cuts. If you're making the cut, you're making for one, money, and for two, you're like one of the top 50 players. That like that's
Yeah.
really good. Like people
Yeah.
hate like,
Well,
oh, you weren't in the top 5, you didn't make it. Like dude was making. He wasn't, I mean, he wasn't like Tiger Woods rich, but he
Right.
was like normal person
Well, 'cause
rich.
okay, because like think about it, you make it to the money day,
Yeah.
and then like you still try.
Of
But even
course.
if you don't try, you're getting 41,000.
Yeah.
So like, let's say
Oh.
you try and get 100,000.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you still
Yeah.
don't win.
Yeah.
And you do that 10 times.
But the kicker
And
is-
like,
Golf, they play a lot.
But
Yeah,
the
that's
kicker
crazy.
is you're also all that money is coming out of your pocket though. Is so instead of
True.
all right, you know, you're an NBA team, you as a player do not have to worry about a single thing except for playing well.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about transportation and what lodging.
That's true. It goes
Paying
back
managers,
into the
paying
Oh, it
business
goes
whoever.
back in, yeah.
Whereas you as a golfer, you obviously have to worry about yourself. You know, worry about your family if you got
Right.
one. But then you also have to worry about how are you getting to and from a tournament and
Transportation,
travel.
hotel
You worry
stay.
about your hotel because
I
this
will
is not
say,
provided. You
that's a
worry
good
about
point.
you pay your caddy. Usually it's
10%, right?
For a win, it's 10% or more depending on how it is, and then it's anywhere guaranteed is like usually 5% or something like that.
I was gonna say, I'm like, because if it's 10% of 41, I mean,
But so
my
that's the
boy's
thing.
walking out, I'll be a caddy.
Or
Yeah, right.
there's usually a minimum. Hey, I'm going to pay you X amount weekly, and if we get money, then you get 5% of that 10%.
There's
like
of
a
that.
winning bonus
Yeah,
or
depending
money
exactly.
bonus.
But if you don't make the cut, you're paying your caddy out of your own pocket. Let's just say, all right, I'll pay you, you know,
Yeah.
$2,000 a week or whatever, $3,000 a week. That's still paying for his travel. That's still paying for his hotel.
That's when you get your teenage cousin and be like, look, you were gonna carry
No,
this.
that's-
damn-
no,
you're
for
gonna carry
real,
this
that's
damn
why-
caddy.
Yeah, if you're
A lot of those
under
guys-
top 50, yeah.
That's why a lot of them are like best friends or brothers.
I was gonna say it's
or
like the
siblings,
guy who never makes the
spouses,
cut.
Yeah.
He's my caddy for the
Yeah.
weekend.
That's exactly, yeah. And so you're
I'm paying
paying
you, boy.
for all of that out of your own pocket. So
That's
that 40,000, starts going a bit thinner there.
Yeah.
It for sure
because
does,
You're
but-
paying, $1,000 a week just to travel somewhere.
If you're Wesley Bryan good, right, and you're consistent top 50,
Yeah.
top 30, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're totally fine. People really like.
Well, yeah, because that's also not including your sponsors that you get paid
Oh,
for as well.
and at that level, you're getting sponsors.
Yeah.
What I want to see, for entertainment's purpose only, I want to see tournament, prize, whatever, but I want you to only be caddied by your wife.
Oh, that'd be
All
hilarious.
of this. I want all the top
That'd be
players, bring
hilarious.
your wife out, and then have her caddy for you. Oh, dude. Alternate shot.
Oh my
husband, wife.
gosh.
Could
That's
you
crazy.
imagine a celebrity golf
Yep.
thing, alternate shot, and just sell tickets?
Because they
for the
do
stream?
one. Well, technically, they do one for a player and their children.
Do they?
Yeah.
See, that's not as fun because people are nice to their kids.
Yeah.
it's-
I want to see that wife just chew you out for you're awful, or argue with you about the club. That'd be great. I'm down for it.
But it has to be a wife that doesn't know golf.
Right.
No, I want them to know
Yeah.
just enough to argue.
So it's
Just
the.
like, I want them by osmosis to know something.
Yeah.
So the PNC Championship, formerly used to be called the Father Son Challenge.
Okay.
Is,
PNC?
Yep. So that's what it usually is for the father son. But they do daughters and
So
siblings.
Tiger Woods and
Charlie. Yeah.
Charlie just own that.
No, actually,
Really?
so they've done well, but they've never won it. John Daly and his boy won it.
So John Daly's better than Tiger Woods. I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
I hear what you're,
Is Charlie in college yet?
He's about to be. I believe
Okay.
he's a junior
Man.
or something like that.
They're crazy.
So, all right. So, for example, this last year, Matt Kuchar and his son did it, won it. John Daly was tied for second with his boy. Last year, Tiger Woods was second with Charlie.
Wow.
Yep. A couple years ago,
remember
Vijay
that.
Singh and his son. John Daly was 2021 one, and then Tiger's been second a couple different times. So
Man,
Tiger
he's not
and,
used
and
to that.
Charlie, you're right. So yeah, they got second back in 2021. So.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah,
Tiger
so-
doesn't play on the Master or the Champion.
No, he's technically eligible this year for it, but we'll see if he actually.
Oh, he
ends up-
just now got eligibility?
or last year or something like that. It's been very, very recent that he got
Wow.
eligibility.
I feel like he's been out of golf for a while.
She's to do it.
well, yeah, because
you
we
know,
do it.
the whole thing, it
Yeah.
added a few years.